Good morning, children. Today we will study India in the 6th century BC, rise of Jainism and Buddhism. The period from 600 BCE was one of social and religious unrest in the history of India. Religion and society was full of ills and sorrows of life. People wanted a different kind of society and a different religion. And this want of people ultimately favored the rise and growth of Jainism and Buddhism, which we will study under the following points. First, ritualistic Vedic religion. The simple religion of the early Aryans was replaced by meaningless rituals and complicated ceremonies. The rites and the ceremonies were too costly for ordinary people to perform. They became discontented with the religious beliefs and practices. Second, the killing of animals to perform sacrifices. A large number of animals had to be killed for the ceremonial sacrifices and yajnas. A new agricultural economy based on iron plows needed all the more animals to plow the peasants' fields. People therefore resented such meaningless sacrifices which required the indiscriminate slaughter of animals to appease the gods. Third, supremacy of the priestly class. With the introduction of elaborate rites and rituals, priestly class came to occupy a position of supremacy in society. The priest dominated the life of a man from birth to death, and religion was made complicated, expensive, and burdensome. Fourth, the caste system. In the course of time, the castes became rigid and was decided according to the birth and not according to profession. People who belonged to the lower castes were ill-treated by the high castes. The institution of untouchability also came into being. Mahavira and Buddha resented such unjust social distinction among the people. Fifth, the Vedic language. The Vedic literature has been written in Sanskrit, which was beyond the comprehension of the common people. People could not understand the Vedic mantras recited by the Brahmin priests. The simple life and teaching of Vardhaman Mahavira and Gautam Buddha attracted many people who were longing to be liberated from the operation of the Brahminical order. Vardhaman Mahavira and Jainism. Sources to reconstruct Jainism. Literary sources. A Jain council collected and compiled the teachings of Mahavira and Jain religious literature into 12 Angas. The 12 Angas contain the rules for Jain monks and teachings of Jain Tirthankaras, or called spiritual gurus. These are written in Ardhamagadi and are divided into many subsections or parts such as Upangs, Prikarnas, Sutras and other texts. The first Tirthankara was Rishabh, also known as Adinath. The last two Tirthankaras were Parshvanath and Mahavira. Archaeological sources. The important Jain archaeological sources are Shravan Belgola in Karnataka and cave temples at Udaygiri. Brief history of Vardhaman Mahavira. Mahavira's original name was Vardhaman. He was born at Kundugram in Bihar in 599 BC. His father Siddharth was the head of a Kshatriya clan and his mother Trishla was a Lichavi princess. He was married to a beautiful princess, Yashoda. When he was 30 years old, Vardhaman renounced all worldly pleasures. He left his home in search of truth. He lived the life of an ascetic and practiced rigorous penance and deep meditation. He attained true knowledge and came to be known as Mahavira, or Jina, the conqueror of self. His followers came to be known as Jains, and he founded the religion called Jainism. Teachings of Mahavira and main doctrines of Jainism. Mahavira accepted the theories of karma and rebirth. The main aim of one's life is to attain nirvana or salvation. Man can attain nirvana or salvation by following the three ratanas, also known as the three gems of Jainism: right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Right conduct required taking the five vows: 1. Ahimsa, non-violence; 2. Not telling a lie; 3. Not to steal; 4. Non-attachment to worldly things; 5. Celibacy, that is brahmacharya. Other teachings of Jainism. Mahavira did not believe in the existence of God. According to him, man is responsible for his own destiny. Man can escape from his misery and suffering only through leading a life of renunciation. The Jains do not attach any importance to the meaningless rites and ceremonies and the sacrificial rituals of the Brahminical religion. Mahavira believed in the equality of all human beings. He preached that there should not be any discrimination on the ground of caste. He even favored the freedom of women and allowed them to join the Jain Sanghas. The Jains believed in penance. They were directed to live strict lives. To starve oneself to death was regarded as a great virtue. Gautam Buddha and Buddhism. Sources to reconstruct Buddhism. First, literary sources. Buddhist sacred literature was written in Pali, Prakrit, Sanskrit and mixed Sanskrit. Jataks. The Jatak tales were written in Pali, deals with the previous birth of Lord Buddha. They also throw light on political, economic and social conditions ranging from 5th to 2nd century BC. The Triptikas. The Triptikas, also known as the three baskets of Buddhism, are also written in Pali. These three books are Sutta Pitaka, which contain the Buddhist teaching and sayings of the Buddha; Abhidhamma Pitaka, which represents a philosophical interpretation of the teachings contained in Sutta Pitaka; third, the Vinay Pitaka, which contain the rules for the guidance of the Buddhist monks. Archaeological sources. The archaeological sources are: 1. The Great Stupa at Sanchi, with sculptures which depict episodes from Buddha's life. 2. The Sarnath pillar. The pillar has wheels or dharma chakras depicting the propagation of the message of Buddha to all parts of the world. Third, the Gandhar school produced a number of fine sculptures of Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Brief history of Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha's real name was Siddharth. He was born in Lumbini near Kapilavastu in Nepal in 567 BC. His father, Susodhana, was the chief of Sakya clan. He was married to a beautiful princess, Yashodhara, and had a son named Rahul. The four sides changed Gautam's life completely are: a sick man, an old man, a dead body, and an ascetic. These sides were called the four great sides in Buddha's life. At the age of 29, Gautam broke all worldly ties and left his palace as an ascetic in search of truth. This event is known as the Great Renunciation or Mahapratigya. Gautam sat under a peepal tree at Bodh Gaya and remained in meditation till he attained spiritual knowledge. Ultimately, the true light dawned on him and he came to be known as the Buddha or the Enlightened One. After his enlightenment, he gave his first spiritual sermon at Deer Park near Sarnath. Teachings of Lord Buddha and main doctrines of Buddhism. The foundation of Buddha's doctrines was based on Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths were: world is full of sorrow and suffering. The main cause of suffering is man's desire. Suffering can be removed by getting rid of desires. One can overcome desires by following the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path are right faith, right aspiration, right action, right living, right speech, right effort, right meditation, and right contemplation. One of the prominent teachings of Buddha was ahimsa. He also believed that non-violence should be the main principle of practical morality. Buddha believed in the theory of karma. According to him, whatever a man sows, he reaps. Man's ultimate aim is to attain nirvana or salvation. One can attain nirvana by following the Eightfold Path. Other teachings. Buddha was silent on the existence of God. Mechanical worship of God was brushed aside and a high ethical code was elevated to the status of religion. Buddha opposed caste system as he believed that all men are equal and there should not be any caste distinction. Buddha laid great stress on the development of moral character. He emphasized that moral living was more important than worship.